Hello and welcome to 1 HP Dungeon. It's exactly how you think. Oh yes, you die in one hit and enemies die in one hit. And there's also a multiplayer mode, so if you want to play with a friend, you can obviously do that. There's a Horde mode, and there's a campaign. We're gonna play a campaign. You can play with Emma, who is the AI NPC. I'm actually gonna say no to that because I'm just gonna try to see what I can do by myself. There are 3 different difficulties. Adventure is the first one, so that's what we're going to stick on right now. And you can also play on a custom seed if you want to give the seed to other people, and then they can play on exactly the same layout that you are playing on. Anyway, let's descend down to the dungeon. If you'd like to check out the game, by the way, there is a link in the description. Add it to your Steam wishlist, and so on and so forth, if you so desire. Aura and Emma cornered the Dragon King in his own vault. He sealed his servants inside and spoke the sentence. Cross the threshold, one breath, every spell is lost. The coward devours souls to reclaim his magic. So you enter, 2 breaths, or no spells, 1 target. He should have kept running. Alright, so as I said at the very beginning, every single thing in this game dies in 1 hit, unless you have a shield. So here we go. So this is the dungeon. Let's we've got a mini map obviously, and we've got 1 hit. Everything dies in 1 hit, including ourselves. We have to be extremely careful here. I'm going to try and see if I can maybe find a chest. Very nice. Already found a chest. And we got this, a passive spell. Very nice actually. Okay. Oh, did I just run into an enemy? Yes, I did. Yep. I just ran into an enemy. I found a spell and I was like, yes, I want to figure out how to use the spell. No. No. You can dash, by the way, as well. There is a dash ability where you press space and you dash. And then I'm not entirely sure if it gives you... I don't know if it gives you, like, invulnerability or anything like that. But yeah, anyway, there we go. We have another common passive spell here. 6% chance a kill shatters nearby urns, spilling what they hold. And this can stack as well. You can obviously access your inventory by pressing this. And yeah, you can obviously have a number of different pieces of equipment. I did actually find at one point a very nice weapon. In fact, I found a spear, which was insanely strong, as you might expect, because let's face it, a spear is going to provide you with a significant amount of reach. And as you might expect, reach is king in this game. It will be king because it is just going to provide you with an insane amount of... Yes, an insane amount of, well, you guessed it, range, so that you don't really have to be super close to the opponent. Gonna be a little bit careful here, because any of these small little enemies, they can kill you too. And we are picking up currency, and hopefully we'll be able to use the currency a little bit here. There we go. I'm going to try and see if I can maybe get enough currency to be able to afford things. Most of the time, it's about 75 from what I've seen in the stores at the moment. You do need 75 to be able to afford things. I'm hopeful that we're going to get a bit lucky with the chests that we're actually getting right now. Pretty nice. Okay, there we go. Nice. Okay, so bear in mind that chests can also be mimics if you... oh, if you can believe it. Yeah, they can also be mimics. So let's be a little bit... Yep, there we go. There's one right there. Thankfully, he's dead. And thankfully, my bow is perfect. Yes, my bow is actually going to be very nice. Unfortunately, I believe it might have a durability. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it has a durability. It seems like it might because of the bar at the bottom there. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But this is definitely going to make... Well, this is going to make everything much easier for us. Because I'm not going to have to worry too much about... Yeah, as you might expect, getting hit. This is going to be kind of interesting. Because having a ranged weapon trivializes a lot of the encounters. Which is entirely the reason why I've been thinking maybe there is going to be a limit to what I can do with this. Let's see if this is a mimic. No, it is not. Ah, there's the spear. Very nice. Look at that. Okay, that's actually fantastic. I think I'll probably use the spear instead now, as I would like to get stuck in. And this is the portal. So you basically just stand there in the portal for about 3 seconds, and then it will take you to the next level. And we're gonna obviously go in and see what we can do. This is all procedurally generated, all random, so you are going to find a number of things that will be Rather dangerous. Okay, let's be a little bit careful here. I obviously do need to be careful of all the enemies. Thankfully, this spear can literally just penetrate multiple people, which is extremely nice. Okay, let's have a look. There we go. Oh, what did we get? Your thrown projectiles pierce one more enemy. That's actually pretty nice. If I'm using the bow, this is really, really good. The question is, do I want to use the bow? I mean, maybe I should. It felt a little unfair for the enemies, though, to be honest, but maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't care about that. On kill, 8% chance to gain a shield, and 10% chance... Yes, this is actually perfect. This is really, really nice. Yeah, we're getting a lot of spells right now, so this is pretty good. I actually thought I was only able to have one spell, but I now have the ability to have 3. So that's pretty nice. Let's be careful. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, yeah, let's just be careful. Just be careful. Because these guys can very quickly attack you. You gotta be careful. Alright, here we go. I've got 70, so I need 75 to be able to afford things, from what I've seen. There we go. Not too bad, not too bad. And if I can just manage to find the exit, I'll be getting the furthest I've ever gotten, if you can believe it. Yes, I've only gotten to floor 2 before. That's how good I am at this game, yes. Okay, what is this? Each foe has a 25% chance to spill 3 extra soul motes, and souls are drawn to you from farther off. That's very nice. And there's the portal. Very good. Okay, so the question is, do I want to go back to the shop? No. I will continue onward. Okay, here we go. This is literally the furthest I've gotten. So floor 3. I have no idea how many floors there are. I'm assuming maybe 10. Maybe it's a little bit more than that. I don't know. But I'm going to assume that we're going to have many, many more problems with enemies as we go. There it is. Let's do it. Okay, what do we have? What do we have? Wow, that's a lot of enemies. There we go. Nice. Okay, let's open that up. What do we get? You launch a black seed toward your aim. It blooms into a black hole that drags foes toward itself, then collapses. And it has a 40-second cooldown, so this is a big, big ability that you probably want to use if you're significantly outnumbered. I'm going to assume, at least. Gonna have to be a bit careful. Don't really want to get murdered by some of these guys real quick. And there we go. So most of the enemies do have unique behaviors as well. So you're not just going to be like, oh yes, I'm just going to run up to this guy and attack him. No. They are all going to be unique in certain respects. Okay, let's have a look at this. It bursts an expanding shockwave that kills everything close around you. We do have the Sunforged bow there. You use slash for... No. Yeah, we'll just try and see. I do want to get Bast... Can I buy another one of these? No, I already carry these. Okay, yeah, that's to be expected. You teleport a long hop in the direction you aim, unharmed by anything you pass. You raise a dome that shoves out any foe caught inside and blocks all enemies and bolts. That would be pretty fantastic if we had enough cash for it, but I don't. Well, never mind. I will move on then. Let's see what I can do here. What do we have? Ah, I see. Okay. Gotta be careful as well, because you never know when enemies are going to come out from nowhere. You do want to be a little bit careful of that. I'm going to be a bit aware of the fact that this may in fact be a mimic, but it is not, thankfully enough. There we go. Nice. Okay, you can carry up to 2 shields at once. Ah, perfect. Very nice. Okay, so what is this? Is this the same thing that I actually have? I think it might be. Yep, it is the same thing that I have. Yep, you already carry this. Okay, so... Oh, whoa. Wait a minute. That guy's got a projectile. Alright, okay. Yeah, that guy's got a projectile too. Okay, yeah, let's be careful. Let's be careful. Oh, yeah. Thankfully, I can... kill these. Or should we say, I can destroy the projectiles in mid-air. Which is very... Oh, don't die now. There we go, there we go. Yeah, but I can destroy those projectiles in mid-air, which is very nice. Okay, we got twin fangs. I guess I'll take it. Not a terribly big fan of the short-range weapons, I got to say. I feel like they are going to be extremely difficult to utilize. I think you have to probably be a lot more skillful than I am at this game. There we go. Come on now. Nice little shot, nice little shot. Just gonna try to use the bow as much as possible in this situation. Nice. What do we got? What do we got? What's this? Rift Needle. A long-range needle pierces ordinary enemy shields. It starts slow. Once it gains enough speed, it arms and explodes on impact. That guy almost got me. Alright, let's take it. Oh, we have to actually replace something? So I'm going to replace... How do I replace things? Wait a minute. How do I go along in the... I'm not entirely sure how I go along in the selection. I guess E and stuff like that, I guess. No, that doesn't work. Okay, maybe I just select it. Ah, yes, there we go. I just select it. There we are. Okay, yeah, so we're just going to use this. Oh, I see, I see. Oh, okay, interesting, interesting. Very fun. All right, let's try it out. Whoa, 5% chance to kill. Instantly revives a fallen ally. Obviously, if you play with the NPC, then that's obviously pretty useful. And obviously, if you play with a friend, then still just as useful. Let's see what I can do here. We've got this guy. Might be a bit problematic. There we go. Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced about this weapon so far. It is moving kind of nice, but I personally probably prefer the bow at the moment. Oh, there we go. Careful. Nice. Okay, we could have died right there. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna have to go along this way. Yeah, I personally prefer the bow, I think. I'm gonna probably just use that because we do have the ability to pierce multiple enemies with this. Obviously, with the other one as well, I think we do have the projectile penetration value increased by 1. What do we got going on here? What's this? Oh, hello. Alright, so I'm not entirely sure what is actually going on here, to be honest. I think this might be just a way for us to gain a significant amount of chests, but I don't really know what we're going to do with the chests because I cannot loot them. I mean, I can, I guess. To a certain degree, I can loot them. But as you can see, I'm then gonna... Oh no, we have no shields. Okay, we don't have shields remaining. Yeah, this is gonna be a problem. I might have to get... You know what? I'm just gonna get out of here. I'm just gonna leave. I am just gonna get out. I think that's some kind of a event that you can probably try to complete, or at the very least, I'm not entirely sure if there is a completion to it, because I did get through quite a few of the quite a few of the waves right there. So you know, I wasn't doing particularly badly, but you know, I was kind of thinking to myself that maybe we would be able to finish it up there, but no such luck. Okay, yeah, there's nothing much over here either. So I'm actually wondering. Ah, I see. I think I know which way to go now. We need to go down here. There it is. Yeah, this is the right way. Okay, so the question is, am I going to get murdered? No. Okay, let's open this up. What do we get? Starburst. Okay, pretty nice. And it feels to me like that is the only way to go. Is that literally the only way to go? I'm not entirely sure what to do, though. That's the whole point, because I can use my ability against this thing as much as I like, but that doesn't seem to really be... Oh, I'm dead. Yes, I thought I would dodge that, but never mind. Okay, I don't know whether that was actually a thing that we needed to go and try to achieve victory against, but yeah, there you go. All right, well, if you would like to check out 1 HP Dungeon, as you can see, it is pretty hard, but if you're one of those people that's really good at these kinds of things, then you're going to have a great time. I personally like it a great deal. I'm just very bad. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.